on video, please? Yeah, Vivan and Virat, you are there. Vish. Okay.
Hello, Jilan.
Yeah. Are we live?
Yes, Jilan.
Okay, recording also needs to be done. Hi, everyone. A very warm welcome to this session of Let Us Talk It Older Youth Group. And like every other Saturday, the older youth group, they join in the live webinar, even if it is, they are so dedicated, this group of youth, that even if they are one or two, they are absolutely on it. They try to give as much information. They work hard, and they try to do their best. So with that, due to some technical difficulties, we had to start a little late. But nevertheless, we have all intentions good, that if anybody joining in on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, if you can join here on Zoom, then it will be nice for the youth to have an interactive session. And for today's topic, we have the youth have deep sea creatures. And it's said that marine organisms do not care about international boundaries. They move where they will. So with that, I hope that you enjoyed this session. And over to you, Virat, Vivan, and Vish.
We sharing their screen.
We can't hear you.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes,
No,
we can hear you, Vish.
They're up and yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm going to be the moderator for this topic, and we're going to be talking about deep sea creatures. These creatures are creatures that are below the zone where we can see. Well, to the point where it's the twilight zone, or in Virat's case, the midwater zone.
You've seen the top. What about the bottom?
True. Okay. So first we'll meet our panelists, then we'll learn about our animals, and then you can interact in the Q&A session. Let's dive in. Okay, first let's meet our panelists. Vish.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fish, and I'll be talking about the Megamouth Shark. It has a big mouth and a big belly.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. I'm Vivan, and I'm going to be talking about the Dumbo Octopus, and also one other octopus that no one really knows. By the way, the Dumbo Octopus is pretty cute. Virat.
I chose the Midwater Jellyfish, and the Midwater Jellyfish is, well, a jellyfish. And it lives in the midwater zone, and it's quite bioluminescent.
Okay, so I found this nice quote. It says, "Life in the it's like the ocean. We're islands. Up top we're not connected, but deep down we are. So let's go to where it is deep, the sea floor. Deep sea animals." Okay, so on the floor we can find this octopus called the Dumbo Octopus. As you can see, it is pretty cute. And it's named Dumbo Octopus because the infamous Dumbo, which is an elephant that Disney made, has giant ears. I can tell the resemblance, but later on I'll talk about what these actually are. These aren't ears. Okay, so here's some fun facts. They're the deepest living octopuses, and they live down, their maximum that we've seen them is 13,000 feet. That's pretty low, and their average size is 8 inches. And when I mean 13,000 feet, I mean 13,000 feet below sea level. Sea level is It's also named after the Dumbo elephant, like I said, and they don't have ink sacs like their cephalopod ancestors. Well, not really ancestors, relatives. So, um, they don't have ink sacs because deep down in the twilight zone, you can't really see anything. So there's no point of blinding a predator. Okay, so here are some predators and prey of the Dumbo octopus. So there are diving fish and marine animals. The diving fish include sharks, dolphins, seabirds, and marine animals like it could be sea cows or other animals like that. And also, the prey of Dumbo octopuses are copepods, isopods, bristleworms, and amphipods. So this is a copepod, and it looks like an insect. An isopod looks a little bit like a centipede, and a bristleworm. It's just this worm with small bristles on the side. And an amphipod is a shrimp-like animal.
That's a lot of pods.
Yeah. Okay, so Dumbo octopus stats. It's actually just 8 inches in size, like I mentioned before. It's 13 pounds. It has a lifespan of 3 to 5 years, and it has ear-shaped fins. So, you know how I said that these actually look like ears? These are actually just fins that allow it to propel upward. It's a very unique feature to that Dumbo octopus. We've never seen another octopus which has giant fins like these. And they also have webbed arms. If you can see, their arms are connected way more extensively than this. This is the giant Pacific octopus, and it's the largest octopus in the world. I'll tell what this is on the next slide. Okay, this is the wolfie octopus, and this is the smallest octopus in the world. This is the second octopus that I'll be talking about this time. So they are pretty special. So they live in dens, small caves underground or underneath rocks, and they're mainly nocturnal hunters. They go out to find food during night. And they can change colors, and you can also buy them as a pet.
I'm just wondering, aren't wolfie octopuses also known as mimic octopus?
I don't really know. You can research that. Predators and prey. Now, their predators are sharks, fishes, seabirds, and many more. Wolfie octopuses are eaten by a lot of things, and honestly, there's nothing to stop them. And also, usually when they're babies, they feed on nanoplankton, and as they grow older, they go on to hunt larger things like krill. And also, the wolfie octopus, however, is 2.5 centimeters, or about 1 inch, and they are 1 gram, and they live for about 18 months. And they do have insects, and they can float in coral, and they live 10 to 100 feet below sea level. Okay.
They have quite a lot of defense, that's for sure. Hello, everyone. Like I said, I'll be talking about the Megamouth Shark. Big mouth, big belly. They've got big mouths, live in the deep. Let's find out more. Next slide. Fact number 1. The Megamouth Shark is an exotic species, discovered in 1976. It is very unlikely to see, and no one suspected its existence until then, when a new family genus and species was created to classify the shark. It is the most primitive living species of the order Lamniformes, but is the smallest shark of those that feed on plankton. It has a length of 4 to 5 meters and weighs about 800 kilograms. The color of its cylindrical and flaccid body is usually black or dark brown on the dorsal area and pale gray in the ventral region. Its skin also has a dermal denticles as other shark species, which I have no idea what that means. Surprisingly, the Megamouth shark is not a very skilled swimmer. Reason, their dorsal fins The second dorsal fin is half the size of the first one, like a third grader who got his measurements wrong on a model project. Next slide. Guys, next slide. The body of the megamouth. It has a big head and mouth, belly. It usually feeds in the summer months near the surface. Length 4 to 5 meters. Fins, like I said, one is smaller than the other, not making it a good swimmer. Next slide. Life cycle. First, the mom lays eggs. Second, oviposition. I don't know how to say that. Doesn't have fins yet, so it has to stay close to its mom. Third, it becomes a newborn. It starts to swim around. Then it's a young shark fruit. It learns to hunt. And finally, it's completely mature. It can take care of itself. Next. Predators of the megamouth. Sperm whales and cookie cutter sharks are two predators of the megamouth shark. The much larger sperm whale can easily cause injury to a megamouth shark. Also, the cookie cutter shark is much smaller in size. We're talking about the size of your arm. Than a megamouth shark, it's known to take bites out of other sea creatures. And finally, the Megamouth Talk Show. It has a big mouth and big talk. Why not let it join Let Us Talk It? The more participants, the better. And that's all.
Okay, great, Rish. I really like how the Megamouth really does have a mega mouth and also a pretty big belly for one. Okay, we're up.
So, life cycle of a midwater jellyfish. First of all, it's a planula, an egg. I'll come back to that. Second, it turns into a polyp. A polyp is attached to the ground, and it kind of looks like
A sea pickle.
yeah, kind of like a sea pickle, but more like other animals at the bottom of the sea, and it looks a lot like a plant. And this polyp can get really big, and as it grows, it gets more and more stacks, so there are more and more stacks growing on top of the polyp. Then third, one of the stacks of the polyp breaks off and it turns into a epithera. This is also known as the immature jellyfish. Doesn't look like the jellyfish. You see in the pictures, imagine that jellyfish, but except without the tentacles. It's a circle which has a lot of round thingies. He's on the side, and it doesn't really look like a jellyfish.
Sort of like a flower.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. It becomes into a adult jellyfish. The adult jellyfish has these tentacles, and it's looking just like what the image shows. And then the fifth, two gametes of a jellyfish turn into a planula to start again. Two gametes are basically the egg and the sperm from two different jellyfishes that make a new jellyfish. There's also a box jellyfish, also known as the immortal jellyfish. This one uses a pretty weird method. It turns into a bunch of different polyps, and it turns into adult jellyfish. And it's basically immortal because it's never dead. It's just turning itself into a bunch of smaller jellyfish, which turn into more of itself. So,
Isn't there a jellyfish named the immortal jellyfish?
immortal jellyfish is a nickname for the box jellyfish.
Okay. That was actually a jellyfish.
Anyway, next slide. Let's divide the content just like the slide says. First of all, the prey. It's an omnivore and it eats zooplankton and phytoplankton. These usually don't grow in the midwater zone because it's pretty dark there, so it's probably just zooplankton or phytoplankton coming from the normal daylight zone. And it also eats other small animals and insects. And as predators, it can be a turtle, occasionally sharks, and some other fish. So that's basically just get away from turtles, sharks, and other fish, and eat plankton and insects. That's basically what it is. Next. Next slide. Other info. Midwater jellyfishes have a lifespan of 1 to 5 years, and they're bioluminescent. Farming and market plans also have been made for similar jellies that are unobtainable as they are at the midwater zone, and extra plastic. So, as it suggests, can you think of anything similar that looks like a jellyfish? Plastic. Yes. Nope. Now, this plastic is transparent, just like the jellyfish, and that's why some turtles and other animals that have a prey of jellyfishes sometimes eat plastic as food, and if we are fishing them, then we get plastic in the food, or they die to poisoning, or because of the plastic. Of course, animals weren't meant to eat plastic. Yes. Thankfully, we also made a LetUsTalkIt webinar on alternatives to plastic. So, yeah. That's pretty much all about the midwater jellyfish.
Okay, that should be all for this webinar, and we're going to have a Q&A session. You can join in on the Zoom link if you want to participate in the Q&A. Okay. Okay, so, honestly, the animal I found cutest was my Dumbo Octopus, but the jellyfish was pretty interesting. Do you know anything more about it? Brat?
Um,
That's fine. Okay. So, which animal do you think was the biggest? And we can all agree.
We got a
The
big
big-
mouth, big belly, and
Yep.
a big foot. I mean, not as cute of a face as the Dumbo Octopus, though.
the Dumbo octopus is pretty cute, and the
Go for the
midwater
cute.
jellyfish
He's
is
probably the
pretty
coolest.
small.
The Midwater Jellyfish is one of the coolest.
I mean, yeah, it has a lot of tentacles that are glow in the dark.
Yeah, it's glow in the dark, and it's particularly immortal.
Not
like,
exactly.
how
That's
can
the
that-
that's
how
the
can-
that's
How
the
can that thing go extinct?
the box jellyfish is immortal, not the midwater jellyfish.
Well, we got midwater, not deep water.
I mean, the midwater jellyfish would practically be immortal because not a lot of things go down to the midwater zone. So,
Practically immortal.
yeah, immortal
And we
as in their species. They probably can't go extinct.
Yeah, but just single ones can.
Okay.
Yep.
Vish, why do you
Also-
think
What?
the Megamouth evolved to have such a big mouth?
No idea. I have no idea, honestly.
Well, what does it eat?
Eats plankton, that's for sure.
Oh,
Oh yeah. So it probably is like, what's the whale shark?
Oh, I think it's so that the more water they can take in, more plankton that they can filter out, meaning they get more
That's the
plankton
same
out of
Same thing with the whale shark.
Yeah.
I have to say though, it's a bit ironic that it's a whale shark, and one of the Megamouth predators is a whale. Whale shark, whale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whale shark is not at all a whale. It's a shark.
Whale shark. Also, do you guys hear background noise?
Yeah.
From my side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a whale shark. Welcome to the underwater tour. This is a whale shark. And this is a Megamouth Shark.
That's fine, Vish.
This
We
is
know
the
what it is.
underwater tour. See ya.
It's fine, Vish. We know. Okay.
As being an underwater tour guide, okay?
Okay. So,
I guess that's all for this week's.
well, first of all, where does your animal live?
Deep water.
But where in deep water? Like in the Atlantic Ocean?
I don't know. I didn't check that. I
The Dum-
mean,
the Dumbo Octopus is known to live near Australia, New Guinea, and mostly the southeastern region. But some scientists speculate that it lives all over the world.
here you go. I think.
So where does the Midwest?
Okay, so they live in the warmer area. They live in the warmer, deep areas.
Oh, that could be the Pacific Ocean because it's mostly near the equator.
Yeah. Also, they are rare. Did I say that already?
I don't know, probably. Okay. Where do you think your animal lives?
Well,
I think it lives near shore because there's not much solid ground that you can find in the midwater zone.
True. It would have to go pretty deep.
say, do you think you two can do the rest of the Q&A while echoing each other?
What?
Can you guys try to mimic each other?
No.
Really?
Okay.
You two can't really mimic each other.
No.
Okay. So that should be all. Monty,
Mimic octopus.
Yeah, well done, everyone. We did not know so much about the deep sea creatures, but you know that dedication to do it anyways. The webinar with a lot of research, whatever you could do. Thanks for that. And yeah.
Also, I think you put the title of this webinar as Seawater Creatures.
Yeah. So yeah, that is if we have to know more at that time, there was some miscommunication, but I guess it was in the video and everything was sorted out. So yes, we do a regular prep session every Tuesday and Thursday from 4:30 p.m. EST. And if anybody who has joined on YouTube, Facebook, if you have any feedback, suggestion, or you are ready to mentor your kid along with some other kids, then please do email us at webinar@LetUsTalkIt.com, or you can register your kids by going to our website and going to LetUsTalkIt.com/youth and registering them there. So with that,
Megamouth Talk Show. It's the Megamouth Talk Show.
Yeah, these kids, they were always yeah. Wish, you want to talk about your talk show and the thing that you created?
Nah, I'm good. You just said it anyway.
Yeah, so we can do a lot. We have a platform, we have very enthusiastic kids, but if we get more kids, nothing like that. And yes, definitely we are looking for new suggestions. It will be a new beginning. We want to start something new as well. New ideas are always welcome on Let Us Talk It platform. So if you have any suggestion or feedback, please let us know. As I said, you can email us at webinar@letustalkit.com, or you can reach out us individually. So with that, we end this session, and thank you everyone who joined.
Ahoy, mateys.
Sorry?
I was just trying to sound like a sea sailor.
Okay.
Ahoy.
So, yeah, do you have anything else to add, Vish?
Nope, except ahoy.
Okay. So with that, let's end this session. Have a wonderful weekend, and see you at the prep session on Tuesday next week. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.